Hello, my dear students. In this session, I am going to discuss lattice plane and Miller indices. In the previous class, we understood crystal symmetry, laws of crystallography, and some important basic concepts. In today's class, I am going to continuing solid state with the concept lattice planes and Miller indices. Dear students, a crystal is nothing but it involves systematic arrangement of constituent atoms in a three-dimensional manner so to form a regular geometry. So this is called as a crystal. So when we come to crystal, we just observe all these unit cells. In all these unit cells, you observe the lattice points. So these lattice points located at different directions, locate at different position along three Cartesian coordinate axes, and they form a plane in different directions, a plane in x direction, a plane along y, a plane along z axis. So these planes are parallel and they are intersecting at the various position in a crystallographic axis. They form a parallel plane, equidistance plane. So within a crystal, so these lattice points undergo arrangement, various arrangement, and form a equally spaced parallel planes. So these planes are called as crystal plane. So these are called as crystalline plane. And these crystalline planes sometimes they are going to pass through different axes, and they can construct a new origin or a new plane and which is parallel to an axis or which is diagonal to an axis. So there is n number of possibilities. So in various types they form a planes. For example, in this case they are parallel. For example, if you consider this is an x-axis, it's these two are parallel to an x-axis, and so if you consider here, so here they form a new origin. So this is the origin, this is the origin for this. So they form a new origin, and so this is a diagonal plane. So there are different number of planes are possible. So these are called as crystal plane. And if you observe here the different possibility of crystal plane formed by the based on the position of constituent atom located at different direction along three crystallographic axes. And these crystalline plane are very important in order to study the crystal structure. That means we are going to express the crystal structure so by knowing this crystal plane. So once you know the crystal plane, you can easily understand a 3D structure of a crystal. So these crystalline planes play a vital role in order to understand the structure of a crystal. But these crystal planes are mathematically expressed by using a tools. So this tool is called as Miller indices. So Miller indices. So these are the indices. These are used to indicate mathematically the plane in a crystallographic axis. And before going to understand Miller indices, you must know the point coordinates. So these are the coordinates refer to the distance from the origin in terms of lattice parameter. You know lattice parameter. There are two kinds of lattice parameter. One is axial angle and axial distance. You know what is axial angle and axial distance, and based on that we are classified into seven crystal system. Further, the seven crystal system based on the type of unit cell we are classified into 14 types. These are called as Bravais lattices. So when we come to point coordinate, for example, if you consider this point, so 0, 0, 0, that means no atoms. This is an origin. And if you consider this is an x-axis. So the atoms it is present along an x-axis. That's why so it is 1. And so in y and z axis it is not located. That's why 0, 0. That means so these point number means these are indicates the distance at which the constituent atom at present in various axes. So these are called as point coordinates. So Miller indices. So Miller indices means, so these are nothing but these are vector representation for the orientation of an atomic plane in a crystal lattice. So vector representation, vector means it indicates directions, because so in order to understand the crystal, the direction in which the constituent species located in a crystallographic axis is very important, whether it is in x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, so direction. So these Miller indices, so these are, that's why we called as, so these are a symbolic vector representation for orientation of atomic plane in a crystal lattice, and are defined so by taking reciprocal of the fractional intercept which planes make the crystallographic axis. So these are called as Miller indices. So in the next slide I am going to discuss the calculation or determination of Miller indices. So if you consider, so for example, this is the crystallographic axis. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis, so this is z-axis. So if you consider these crystallographic axes, so the constituent species intercept at these positions. You observe here along x-axis, so this A, so it intercept at this point. Along y-axis it intercept at this point. Along z-axis it intercept at this point. And it intercept, so the intercept gives 2, 3, 3. It indicates what? These 2, 3, 3 are the ratio of the distance in which, so these constituent atom located along x, y, z axis respectively. So that means in laws of crystallography we studied. That means these are located, that is these intercepts are the ratio of some integers, multiples of some integer we discussed. So like that, so these the distance in which the constituent species are located along the crystallographic axis. So the ratio of this distance is, so it is a, so whole number of an integral multiple. So this is called as a Miller indices, and these Miller indices can be calculated so by using these steps. So first we are going to determine the intercept of the plane along three axes, that is along x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. First we are going to determine at what point it is going to intercept, that means intersect, and next we are going to take the reciprocal of the intercept. Then these reciprocals are simplified by taking LCM. So let us see the particular example. So 2A, 3B, 2C, these are the intercepts in a crystallographic axis. So dear student, we are discussing for one particular plane, so along x, y, and z axis, these are the intercepts. These are the 2A, 3B, 2C are the intercepts, and the coefficients of these intercepts, we are going to take the coefficients of these unit intercepts 2, 3, 2 respectively, and we are going to take the reciprocal, so 1 by 2, 1 by 3, and again 1 by 2, and we are going to simplify these. So this is in terms of fractions. So now we are going to convert this fraction by taking LCM. The LCM of these three numbers is 6. If you multiply these fraction with 6, so finally we are going to get 3, 2, 3. So these set of numbers are called as Miller indices for this particular plane. Dear students, the determination of Miller indices is very simple. So let us consider the next example. So these are the sometimes, so minus 2b minus 3c. So why we are going to get negative sign here? So when we come to Cartesian coordinate system, if it, so there is a 2 plus x, two directions, so plus x minus x. So if it is lies in negative axis, at that moment negative sign will come. So for example A, so it is in plus x, so it is in minus y, it is in minus z axis. So simply opposite to that of z axis. So the intercepts are a minus 2 minus 3 minus b. Then the length of the intercept in the unit cell intercepts are 1, minus 2 and minus 3, and the reciprocal of the intercept, so 1 by 1, 1 by minus 2, 1 by minus 3, and so the LCM of these is 6. Then if you multiply it by 6, so we are going to get 6 minus 3 minus 2. So finally we are going to express, so 6, 3 dash and 2 dash. We are going to write one line above the this, instead of indicating this negative, so we are indicate, so like this, so 3 dash, so 2 dash, like that. So this is how, so this is the Miller indices. In case of positive axis xyz, so there is no symbol like this. So above the number we are not going to indicate any symbol, any no subscript. But if it is present in negative axis, so the negativity can be indicated, the negative sign which is written on the top of this number. So this is the Miller indices. So now let us see the Miller indices for the various plane. If you consider this plane, let us consider this figure. In this, so in this 3 coordination system, an unit cell is present. So in the unit cell, so you observe this, the plane which is present along x direction, the present along x direction, and this plane intercept only at x. So that's why the distance is 1, and it does not intersect along y axis. See here, it does not intersect. You have to consider this plane, dear students. So don't consider this the atom which is present on the y axis. But so what is Miller indices? Miller indices means these are the, so these are the point coordinates. It is used to indicate the vector form of a plane. That is, so this is indicates the used to indicate the position of the plane, the location of the plane, so along the crystallographic axis. So here if you consider, and if you consider this plane particularly, this plane intersect only at x axis, and along z axis it is not okay intersect either in the z axis or y axis. That's why it is 0. So the intercept for this particular plane is along x axis 1, y axis it is infinity, we don't know where exactly it is going to intersect, and z also infinity. And if we take the reciprocal, 1 by 1, 1 by infinity, 1 by infinity, 1 by infinity becomes 0 and 1. So 1 0 0 is the Miller indices. So if it is 1 0 0, it indicates what? The plane which intersects only along x axis. So let us consider this example. Observe here, dear students. Observe this plane. The plane, so which is passes through a body. You observe here the plane which is passes through a body. So in symmetry we discussed a diagonal plane of symmetry and rectangular plane of symmetry. So this is a diagonal plane of symmetry. So in this case, so the plane which intersect both in case of x axis and y axis. So that's why it intercepts along x axis is 1 and y it is 1 and z is infinite. And if you take the reciprocal and simplify, you are going to get 1 1 0. So 1 1 0 indicate mean this is a plane, this is a crystalline plane, it is present in a crystal, and it intercept or it crosses so only along x and y directions. Let us consider another example. You observe the diagram carefully, dear students. Here in this case, so the plane it intersect both along x, z and x and y directions. That's why, so in all the direction intercepts, so the unit intercepts are 1 1 1, and if you take the reciprocal and if you simplify, you will get 1 1 1. It indicates, so if the Miller indices are 1 1 1 means, so these, so I intercept at equal distance along x, y and z direction. So in the next class I am going to continue the calculation